It is time for our top 10. All right, coming in at number 10, it's Western Digital, down about 3% right now after agreeing to buy S-Tech for about $340 million in cash. With the purchase, Western Digital is looking to diversify beyond its hard drive roots as consumer demand for smartphones and tablets fuels a global slump in PC sales.
Well, let's take a look at what's happening overall with number 9 here. What you're seeing is Allergan. We're seeing some at least downgrades coming overall for this particular stock, mostly, again, because of some concerns about generic competition. So you're going to want to keep an eye on those Allergan shares. It's always a big deal when competition heats up for those generic drugs in competition with brand name drugs, guys.
At number 8, we've got Rio Tinto. Those shares are down about 3%. The miner is keeping its diamond business after failing to find a buyer and rejecting a plan to spin the unit off in an IPO. Rio Tinto has been trying to sell assets and curb costs amid slower demand and lower prices for some of the materials that it produces.
All right, number 7 is Starbucks, down about 0.5%. The coffee giant said it will pay more than $15 million in UK corporate taxes this year and in 2014. The payments are in response to criticism of its money-losing British business.
And number 6 is John Deere, down nearly 2%. JP Morgan downgrading the stock to underweight and lowering its price target to $76 a share. The firm believes that U.S. crop fundamentals are set to decline and notes that the USDA's latest projections indicate major crop receipts are expected to drop.
At number 5 is Disney. The shares not doing a heck of a lot. Monsters University debuted in first place over the weekend with $82 million. It beat out Brad Pitt's zombie flick World War Z. The animated family film reunites stars Billy Crystal and John Goodman and their characters from the 2001 hit Monsters, Inc., which, by the way, yes, is a pretty darn cute movie.
I mean, this is a streak, guys, right? I mean, Pixar always comes out with the #1 movie every time they come out with one. I mean, I might even go watch Monsters U. I haven't seen the first one, so maybe I have to go see that one.
You'd be lost.
Well, it might be okay, right? Because this is a prequel?
Yes, it's a prequel.
Okay.
So you'd be okay.
You might be okay.
See,
yeah.
I would be okay.
It might actually be fitting to see this one first.
I could see it. I'm just saying that I'm a little intrigued about the Pixar phenomenon. I would go and spend some money to see what Monsters U is all about.
Wow. All right. Number 4, moving on, Dell. It's turning a bit flat here. The fight for control of the computer maker is heating up. Dell's special committee to review bids has issued a statement that billionaire investor Carl Icahn's plan has a nearly $3 billion shortfall. Icahn is fighting Michael Dell's offer to take the company private.
Well, number 3, guys, is Apple, falling around 2%. We'll call it. The stock dipped briefly below $400 today for the first time since April. That's as a glut of unsold iPhones prompted Jefferies to lower its price target. And an analyst over at Global Equities Research said that low morale is causing employee departures at the big iPhone maker.
Well, at number 2, we have another deal as a result of the expanding healthcare system in the U.S. Vanguard Health Systems is the stock that's up. Shares of the hospital operator surging 68% after Tenet Healthcare agreed to buy it for nearly $2 billion. The combined company will operate 79 hospitals and 157 outpatient treatment centers, Trish, in an effort to get access to those additional patients that are going to be covered under expanded healthcare coverage.
Okay, we're coming up on our number 1 stock of the day, and it's Vodafone, up a fraction. The wireless service provider has reached a $10 billion deal to buy Kabel Deutschland, Germany's largest cable company, beating out John Malone's Liberty Global in the bidding war. Now, this purchase would give Vodafone access to 8.5 million German customers.